Good morning, guys. Myself Dr. Jato. So hopefully you are doing very well. So let's start the topic, that is the metabolism of nitrogen. So what is the metabolism of nitrogen? Very simple. In very simple words, uh, that's the plant. Okay, how the plants take the nitrogen from atmosphere and from the soil, and how the plants utilize this nitrogen in their functions. Okay, so these all things we all read in this metabolism of nitrogen. Okay, so let's write about the content. What is inside the metabolism of nitrogen? Let's write about this. Okay, so first is that. Okay, so first is that the introduction. Second is that the nitrogen fixation. Okay. Third is that the biological nitrogen fixation. Fourth is that the symbiotic nitrogen fixation. Okay, and fifth is the nodules formation, and sixth is the conversion of ammonia into amino acids, that is key. So let's start the topic without wasting any time. So introduction, first start about the introduction. Okay, so as we already know about the elements and especially the nutrients, that is also the two types. One is the macronutrients, another is the micronutrients. We already studied about this thing. So macronutrients and the micronutrients, that is the macronutrients and micronutrients. So these macronutrients and micronutrients both are the essential elements for the plants. Okay, and the essential elements, that types of the elements that are the necessary for the plant growth and the plant functions. Okay, so macronutrients, what are the macronutrients? That is the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, sulfur, calcium, and the magnesium. These are the 9 macronutrients. So what is the macronutrients? So macronutrients and micronutrients, that are classified according to their quantity amount. Okay, so macronutrients that are in large amount, more than 10 millimole per kg of diameter, and the micronutrients they are present in the little amount or small amount, that means less than 10 millimole per kg, that is clear. So what is inside the micronutrients? That is the zinc, manganese, chlorine, boron, molybdenum, etc. So this is the micronutrients. So we have to study about this macronutrient, that is the nitrogen. Okay, so apart from the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, the nitrogen is the most prevalent element for the plants. Let's write about this. Apart from carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen is the most prevalent. Nitrogen is the most prevalent element for plants. That is clear. Okay. and the plants compete with the microbes for this nitrogen in the soil. Obviously, here we can see the two living organisms in the soil. One is the plants and second is the microbes. Obviously, they are both live in the soil. So they also compete to each other for this available nitrogen that is available in very small amount. So let's write about this. Plants compete with microbes. Plants compete with microbes in soil for available nitrogen, that is clear. And this nitrogen is available in soil as well as in the atmosphere. And in atmosphere, the nitrogen is also available in very little amount. Okay. So this is complete. Okay. Essential elements for the plant. Nitrogen essential element for the plants. Okay. So one thing is that the nitrogen, or we can say atmospheric nitrogen. So this atmospheric nitrogen exists as in N2 form. So this atmospheric nitrogen exists as in the N2 form, and that is the N2 form. There is the two nitrogen bind to each other through the triplet covalent bond. Okay, where is the two nitrogen bind to each other through triple covalent bond. That is clear. And the next thing is when this nitrogen is converted into the ammonia, that is called the nitrogen fixation. Okay, that is our main aim of this topic, nitrogen fixation. Okay, so let's come on this topic, nitrogen fixation. We have already completed the introduction. Let's come on the next content, that is the nitrogen fixation. So in our environment, there is the two source for the nitrogen and nitrogen compounds. One source is the biological, okay, that helps in the nitrogen fixation, and we call them the biological nitrogen fixation. Okay, and the other source is the artificial like the industrial combustion, forest fires, automobile exhaust, that is. So let's talk about the sources of nitrogen fixation, or we can also say the sources of the nitrogen oxides. So first, let's nitrogen fixation. Okay. So first source is the biological or natural. Okay, that is the by lightning and UV radiation. By lightning and UV radiation that provide the sufficient energy. Okay, by lightning and the UV radiation that provide the sufficient energy for the conversion of nitrogen into the nitrogen oxide. Okay, so they will provide sufficient energy that converts nitrogen into different nitrogen oxides. So what are the different nitrogen oxides? Let's see. One is the nitric oxide, other is the nitrous oxide, and other is the nitrogen dioxide. Okay. This one is the nitric oxide. You already know about these oxides because they already come in the chemistry, organic chemistry. Okay. Nitric oxide, the second is the nitrous oxide, and other is the nitrogen dioxide. That is clear. Okay. And the other source is the artificial source. Then artificial source means like the industrial combustion. Industrial combustions. Okay. Industrial combustions, forest fires, and the automobile regenerations, and the next is the industrial combustions, forest fire, and automobile exhaust. Automobile exhausts are the source of, they are the source of different nitrogen oxides. Okay. This is clear. There is the two source of the nitrogen oxide. Our target is the what is our target? Our target is the convert the N2 I mean nitrogen into the ammonia. But this all are the intermediate nitrogen oxide, nitrous oxide, nitric oxide, and the different nitrogen oxide. They are the intermediate between the nitrogen and the ammonia. Okay. Some decomposers in the soils, they are utilized the nitrogen compound. Okay, so they are utilized nitrogen compound in the process of decomposition. So they decompose the nitrogen compounds that are found in the dead plants and animals. So they decompose this nitrogen compounds into the ammonia. So this process is called the ammonification. Okay, so we can say that decomposition of nitrogen compound, they also are the nitrogen compounds. Okay, so decomposition of nitrogen compounds in dead plants and animals, in dead plants and animals into ammonia are called ammonification. That is clear. Ammonification. Okay, so decomposition of nitrogen compound in dead plants and animals into ammonia are called the ammonification. So we already reached up to the ammonia. So this ammonia compound is so much volatile. Okay, this ammonia compound is so much volatile. So some of the ammonia volatilize in the atmosphere, but most of the ammonia that are converted into the different products. So what are the different products? Let's see. So what are the different products? Okay, so this ammonia convert into the first. This ammonia converts into the first nitrite, and then this nitrite oxidized into the nitrate. Okay, so this ammonia convert into the nitrite. Let's balance this reaction. Okay, 2 plus 2. Okay. So this reaction is possible with the help of two bacteria. One is the Nitrosomonas and other is the Nitrococcus. That's right. One is the Nitrosomonas and other is the Nitrococcus. That is clear. Okay. So after the formation of nitrite, this nitrite convert into the nitrate. So let's balance this equation. 2. Okay, done. So when the form of nitrite and this nitrite is oxidized into the nitrate with the help of one bacteria, that is the Nitrobacter. That is clear. Okay. So this whole two process where the ammonia convert into the nitrogen compounds or nitrogen oxides, this process is called the nitrification. What is called? Nitrification. That is clear. Where the nitrite and nitrate form. That is this process is called the nitrification. And those bacteria which are involved in the nitrification, they are the chemoautotrophs because they are involved in the chemical reaction. So they are called the chemoautotrophs. That is clear. So these bacteria are called the chemoautotrophs. Chemoautotrophs. Oh, that is clear. So there is the two terms. One is the autotrophs and next is the heterotrophs. We already know about this. One is the autotrophs. And autotrophs, that type of the organisms that make or synthesize their own food. That's why they are called the autotrophs. And these autotrophs classified into two divisions. One is the chemoautotrophs and other is the photoautotrophs. That is clear. So photoautotrophs, they are synthesis their food in the presence of light. Okay, and the chemoautotrophs, that type of autotrophs, they synthesis their foods through the chemicals like Nitrosomonas, Nitrococcus and Nitrobacters. So these are the chemoautotrophs. That is clear. And other type of the nutrition, that is the heterotrophs. Okay. So this is clear. Okay. So our nitrate is formed. Okay, that's clear. Now we come on the next content, that is the biological nitrogen fixation. Okay. Our last product in the nitrogen fixation, that is the ammonia. And this ammonia, okay, and this ammonia is absorbed by the plants. That is clear. Okay, this ammonia absorbed by the plants and it is transported into the leaves. That is clear. Ammonia absorbed by the plants and it is transported into the leaves. By reaching into the leaves, this ammonia convert into the amine group. Yes, we can say that amine form. Okay. Amine form of amino acids. Okay. So where the leaves are utilize this amine in the form of amino acids. Okay, that is clear. Ammonia ammonia absorbed by the plants, transported to the leaves, and in the leaves, this ammonia converted into the amine group or amine form of the amino acids. That is clear. Okay. So still it utilizes amine groups in the form of amino acids. Okay. Some of the nitrate like this. Some of the nitrate that are present in the soil is also decomposed into the ammonia. Okay. So it also decomposed into the ammonia. So this process is called the denitrification. That is clear. You already know about the nitrification term, where the ammonia convert into the nitrate, and here nitrates reverse turn into the ammonia. So this term is called the denitrification. Nitrification, where the ammonia convert into the nitrate, and here nitrate reverse convert into the ammonia. So that's why this term is called the denitrification. So we have the many terms. First is the nitrogen fixation, where N2 convert into the ammonia. That is clear. Second is the nitrification, where ammonia convert into the nitrate. And the third term is the denitrification, where nitrate convert into the ammonia. So we got many terms: nitrogen fixation, nitrification, and denitrification. That is clear. Now come on the next topic, that is the biological nitrogen fixation. So what is the biological nitrogen fixation? Where the word is used biological, that means with the help of living organisms. Okay, and what is this living organism? That are the microbes. So let's talk about them. That is our next content topic. Okay. Let's write it down. That is the biological nitrogen fixation. So you already know why we are writing this nitrogen like the N2. Because nitrogen exists in this form. That's why I write in the nitrogen in this form, N2 form. Okay. So what is the biological nitrogen fixation? In our world, only prokaryotic species are capable of the fixation of the nitrogen. Okay. So they are only species that are capable of nitrogen fixation. Okay. Let's write about this. Only prokaryotic species are capable of nitrogen fixation. That is clear. So what is the definition of biological nitrogen fixation? What is definition? We already know what is nitrogen fixation. That is the conversion of nitrogen into the ammonia. So conversion of nitrogen into the ammonia, or reduction of nitrogen into the ammonia with the help of living organism or with the help of microbes, that is called the biological nitrogen fixation. Let's reduction of nitrogen into ammonia with the help of living organism. And which type of the living organism? That is prokaryotic species. That is clear. So this process is called the biological nitrogen fixation. And this biological nitrogen fixation occurs with the help of a specific enzyme, that is the nitrogenase. Okay. With the help of nitrogenase. It is a very special enzyme that helps in the nitrogen fixation. That is clear. Okay, so let's talk about this prokaryotic species or this living organisms. Okay, some living organisms are mentioned in our NCERT. Some organisms are mentioned in our NCERT. First is the Azotobacter and the Basilingia. Azotobacter and the Basilingia, that are the also free living and aerobic. That is clear. Both are the free living and the aerobic. Okay. Third is the Rhodospirillum. That is also free living but non-aerobic. Okay. Azotobacter and Basilingia, both are the free living and aerobics, but Rhodospirillum, that is the free living but non-aerobic organism. That is clear. And other organisms that are the, you already know about them, that is the cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria, blue-green algae. So cyanobacteria, that is the Anabaena and Nostoc. They are also the free living. Okay, they are also the free living organism, free living the prokaryotes. They all are the prokaryotic. Okay, and they are helping the nitrogen fixation. So how this nitrogen fixation occurs and how these organisms help in nitrogen fixation? Is there any other organisms which are involved in this nitrogen fixation apart from this prokaryotic species? Yes, and they are the plant species. Okay, we will discuss about them in the next lecture, and that we will start the symbiotic nitrogen fixation, where one prokaryotic species is living with the another species. That is another species, that is the plant species. Okay, we will discuss about them in the next lecture. So that is enough for today. Thank you very much.